Right, most people should have noticed by now that Classroom has changed ever so slightly. If we have a look at one of the older classrooms, let's have a look at our functional skills classroom, you can see that we used to have a stream, a people I think it was called, and an about. Well, the about is now moved. You can find it over here, but it doesn't tell you really much. There we are, that's all of the work that we put up there last year. But you can't really change anything there. If you want to add things to that classroom, then you would need to go to this cog up here. And then we can still add class materials in the usual way if we really wanted to. We could also go back to any of the others and we can edit that, and we can still upload if we really want to. Now, most people would want to start with a clean classroom this year. So let's have a look at how we would do that. Go back to classes. And we're going to click on the plus sign. We're going to create a class. And we'll just call it a test classroom for this time. And because it's Monday, I'll call it Monday. Wait while that chugs away. Runs off to Google, sorts itself out, runs all the way back from Google, back into the building, along the corridor, and there we are. Okay, so we've still got Stream, and in Stream we can create announcements or we can reuse a post. If you remember, you can reuse a post by pulling things up from previous classrooms. So if I wanted to add something into there, I could just pull the resource in from any of these other classrooms and it would sit there quite nicely. People, well, people is where we allow people to join us to teach the class with us or invite our students. So for today's purpose, I'm going to invite Leslie. There she is. We'll invite Leslie into the classroom. Now, if you remember, you should always have another person in the classroom with you. That's for two reasons. One is that if you're off sick, that person can still get into that classroom and put work there for your students. Two, it's a safeguarding issue. If there's nobody in the classroom, nobody else can see what's going on in there. Not that we don't trust anybody, but we're just trying to be careful. Then the next part is inviting our students, which we can do by email address, by typing in their number and then clicking on their number and then clicking invite. I'm not going to bother inviting students at this point. We've also got their code there, which we'll be presenting to them later, and we can find that by going up to this cog. There's the number again, and pressing display. We'll put it on the screen for all to see. But it's no good having people in the classroom if there's nothing there for them. So we'll move along to classwork. Okay, the easiest way, or the best way perhaps, is to create topics of what we're going to be teaching over our time with the students. So I'm just going to call these topic 1, 2 and 3 for now. Now I'm only creating these so that you can see what they look like. Okay, topic 1, 2 and 3. Now the students won't see those, as it says here, until actually something's put in there. So we're going to create an assignment. At the minute, that's the only way that we can put resources into a topic. There is going to be a resources option, or a class notes option, whatever Google decide to call it, and that's going to go in here as well. So for the moment we're going to click assignment, and we'll call that resources for assignment 1. Resources for assignment 1, very good, capital R. read these and complete the assignment. Now then, so I've titled it. It knows which classroom it's in. Here we can select who it's going to go to. At the minute it's going to say all students because we don't actually have any students in the classroom. This list will grow as we invite more students, and then we can select who we want it to go to. So great for differentiation. We'll say it's an ungraded assignment because all we're going to do at the minute is just put out some notes. No due date because again it's not a real assignment. And now I'm going to click a topic. I'm going to say topic 2. So we're starting at topic 2 for our teaching this year. And now I'm going to upload some resources. That can come from your recent locations. So that would be your recent things that you've taken off Drive, your Google Drive, your Team Drive, or anything that you've got starred. So anything that you've favorited in your locations. So I'm just going to select some files at random from my computer. I'll go to the download folder because that's generally where I find a lot of useless things. So look, there's my bulb statement. So there's some work. I'm going to open those and upload. Again, we have the option here to assign it now, to schedule it to go later, or to save as a draft if we want to come back to it. Or we can also select which students it goes to. Sorry, we've already said that earlier. We can say whether we want the students to be able to view the file, which means they can't change it, whether we want the students to edit the file as a group, or whether we want the students to edit the files individually. So we've got some choices there that we want to make. Edit the file as a group, or students can edit file, is great if you want collaboration or brainstorming, if you want them to work together on some revision practice. That's ideal. Make a copy for each student is great for if you want them to complete a gapped handout, for instance. Not that I would ever say use a gapped handout. They're useless. So I want to assign that now. It's having a think, and there we are. If we click in here now, you can see all of those resources are now there. So that's about it. If we click on the stream, we can see that some resources have been put there, and as we as lecturers can see any of the students' work that would be here. That's it. Any questions? Get in touch. whall@darlington.ac.uk. Stop me in the corridor. Send me an email. Goodbye.